student in Australia. Up until 2 years ago, I was in your shoes, an international student doing a master degree at Western Sydney University. And this evening, I'm going to share with you a few things which I wish someone told me before I started my journey as an international student in Australia. I did a Bachelor of Computer Applications in India, from which I graduated as a gold medalist, which means I ranked #1 in my course in the entire university. The amazing thing is that wasn't the only gold medal I graduated with. On the day of my graduation ceremony, I was awarded another gold medal for being the best all-round student of the year. All thanks to my active engagement and the awards I have won in cultural and literary events like dancing, choreography, art and craft events, British parliamentary debates, extemporary competitions, group discussions, and many more. In 2017, when I started doing Master of ICT Advanced at Western Sydney University, I came to know that here in every semester I will be studying 4 units, but in India I used to study 7 units per semester. On the top of that, I was a gold medalist. So I thought ranking #1 in academics here would be like a piece of cake for me. Was it the reality? No, not at all. 4 to 5 weeks into my first semester, I received the results of the very first assignment of my course. It was a 3-mark assignment, out of which I scored just 1.4. Sitting there for some of you, they might be enough, but for me, being a gold medalist, I didn't even score 50% marks, that too in the first assignment of my semester. I was shattered. Not just that, I did not really perform well in the first few assignments of my course. I was shattered and I used to self-doubt, and I started thinking, Pallavi, you ranked #1 in academics in your school. You used to partake in a lot of cultural and literary events. You ranked #1 in your graduation, and you are scoring so less in your masters. Do you think this is an end to your academic achievements? I was in self-doubt. And here is the first point I want to share with you. I wish someone told me, do not doubt on yourself. There is always an opportunity to do a comeback. But remember, that comeback won't be easy. You would have to work hard. One day I was crying and I jumped onto university website and checked what is the highest academic honor I can receive for my course in the Western Sydney University, and that was the Dean's Medal. I put my hard efforts, I gave my best, I studied day and night because my target was the Dean's Medal. Before every semester, I utilized my inter-session break. I used to go to library website. I used to jump on the handbook website. I would download the handbook. I would go through what I was going to study in the units in advance. I was proactive. I noticed in School of Business, they were organizing academic literacy workshops through which I can enhance my academic writing skills. I registered for that event. It was in School of Business, not even in my school, but I wanted that Dean's Medal, so I put that extra efforts and went to School of Business to do those academic literacy workshops. But yes, when I did, I really achieved my Dean's Medal. Second thing, most important thing, you are foreign nationals here. Never shy away from introducing yourself. Not just studies, I used to partake in other cultural and literary events, as I mentioned before, and I wanted to do similar kind of things here, but I did not know where to start with. One day sitting in my home, I thought the only person I know in Australia is my maternal uncle with whom I was living. No one in Australia knows that I am a gold medalist, what I am actually capable of doing. So I thought, Pallavi, you are the one who has to take the first step so that you can start attracting wonderful opportunities in Australia. One day in my second semester, I visited Student Welfare Office, and while collecting my certificate from that lady, I stepped out of my comfort zone and I told her that I love delivering presentations. I have experience of taking part in British parliamentary debates and group discussions, and I politely asked her, if you come across any opportunity like this, can you please share with me? That little effort of mine worked like a magic. That lady told, Pallavi, we are organizing a webinar on topic called Life in Sydney, and we are looking for a speaker. Would you like to deliver that webinar? I immediately said yes. At that point in time, I did not think that what will I get off participating in that. I'm going to put a lot of effort in preparing for that webinar. What I will get out of it, I did not think about that. I just gave my 100% to that webinar, and as a result of giving my 100%, I got offered to speak at another webinar, then another webinar, then I got invited to speak about international students at multiple podcasts. I became an active member of LEAD program, Career Launch program and WISE program. Considering my active engagement in university and contribution to the international student community, I got appointed to the Vice Chancellor's International Student Advisory Committee. And as a part of that committee, I worked closely with the Vice Chancellor, various Pro-Vice Chancellors and directors, where I contributed to making decisions that help enhancing not just international, but the whole student's experience at the university. It was such a rewarding experience. I did not stop there. I nominated myself in university elections, and I got appointed as a postgraduate student representative in School Academic Committee for the School of Computing Engineering Mathematics, which is now called School of Computing, Data and Mathematical Sciences. I got selected as an international student representative to conduct a review of university's academic senate. I became the voice of international students at Western Sydney University. Not just that, I started getting invited to speak at internal and external conferences on topics like importance of involving international students in universities' strategic decision making. Sitting there, it might sound simple that how I started getting one after another opportunity, but had I not made the first step of coming out of my comfort zone and talking to that lady, showcasing her what I'm capable of doing, what I'm willing to do, what I'm passionate about, and what I am looking for, I might not have got that first webinar to speak on. So my fellow international students, I really recommend network as much as you can, make connections, because you never know where that first opportunity that you are desperately looking for can come from. One of the most important things, be ready to get tested. All the speaking engagements, all the committees I was doing was not at all a part of my course. They all were on the top of my studies. Each of my speaking engagement demanded time to prepare. Each of my committee meetings demanded time to attend those meetings. Before attending each of the committee meetings, I would have to review documents consisting of 40 to 50 pages. And on the top of that, I was a student who would never miss a university trip organized by Out and About Club, be it doing a Sydney scenic helicopter ride or climbing the harbour bridge. After that, I used to have my course assignments, my project meetings. Was the management all these things together easy? No, not at all. It was really challenging. If we wanted to achieve that, you will definitely be challenged. You will be challenged, you will be tested on your time management skills, your communication skills, your organization skills. You will be tested on your ability to handle pressure, your ability to make decisions in difficult situations. You will be challenged for your ability to meet your commitments to its best. And you would also be expected to give some sacrifices. That could be sacrificing your social media time, your movie time, and sometimes your sleep. But once you're willing to pass on that test, once you pass those tests and are once you pass those tests and do those sacrifices, at the end, you may end up receiving something that can become a lifetime achievement, just a once-in-a-lifetime achievement, and it's my Dean's Medal for me. The journey of an international student is not going to be an easy one. This journey will consist of a lot of laughter and lots of tears as well. So one advice to you, keep in touch with your close family friends or your near and dear ones. For me, they were my maternal uncle and aunt with whom I am living, my parents, my brother who is here with me. Because in this journey, you would need someone with whom you can share your wins. You would need someone who can encourage you, who can support you when you are in your low times. Especially in these challenging times, do keep in touch with your friends, family, and your close, near and dear ones. You're very fortunate that you are studying in this university. I know the greater goal for some of you here might be achieving a permanent residency in Australia. For some of you, it might be getting a work experience in your own field. But never focus on those by compromising your studies. You only get student life maybe once. You are lucky. Not everyone in this world get an opportunity to go to the university. Not everyone in this world will get an opportunity to study in a foreign country. Not everyone in this world will get an opportunity to study in a world-class institute like this. You are blessed. I really recommend you that when you are studying, put your hard work to your studies, give your best. And not just your studies, there are abundance of opportunities available for students in the university in forms of various clubs, various programs, various events. Do avail as many opportunities as you can, and I did the same. For me, my permanent residency, getting a job in my own field were also priority, but I did not compromise with my studies. Did I not get job in my own field? I got in my second semester when I was on a student visa. Did I not get a permanent residency? I got. I'm not asking you to not think about those. Do plan, but do focus on your studies and give your best to your academic life as well. You might not get the experience of having the university life once again. And the reason I'm saying is, I want each and every one of you, the day you graduate, while receiving your degree, I want all of you to have that proud feeling of saying that, yes, I have made the best of my university life.